Good afternoon. Welcome to our Dell Music Lounge. Live audience, say hello on the radio. Our Dell Music Lounge is presented by Dell Technologies. 21 and up, our guests enjoyed Odell Brewing Company and the Taste of Domain's Northside's Sweet Greens fed our live studio audience. And I should point out that Sweet Green is opening at the Domain Northside this coming Tuesday, January 16th. So, thanks to all of you for being here on a day that most folks are home wrapping pipes. This wouldn't have happened if this is tomorrow. So we got lucky. We're here, and the Lone Bellow are with us, and they play tonight at the Paramount Theater, celebrating their 10th anniversary. I don't know why I'm going in and out like this. 10th anniversary. Songs for Losers is the latest record.
Love Songs for Losers.
Love Songs for Losers.
Let's clarify here now.
Songs for Losers.
Well, that's what I said. My mic cut out. You just didn't hear me. Yeah. All right, we'll call it Love Songs for Losers, because that's what it's called. Here they are, live on Austin City Limits Radio from our Dell Music Lounge. This is the Lone Bellow.
Hello. We love you, Austin. You never need nobody, and you never been alone. And I try to get your affection, and all I ever do is wrong. You could break a heart in your sleep. Oh, the way you move makes a grown man weep. They all line up at your door, saying, please, please, I can't take no more. You never need nobody. You never been alone. And I try to get your affection. All I ever do is wrong. Or you could calm a storm with your tone, and the way you sing makes the mockingbird hum, and the cross you walk on gives way, saying please, please come back this way. Oh, you never need nobody. You never been alone. And I try to get your affection. All I ever do is wrong. Give me your hottest fever, loudest scream in the crowd. While love feels good times can't change the way I feel about you now. Why will give me your hottest fever, loudest scream in the crowd. All of these good times can't change the way I feel about you now. No, now, I know you got that smile, and the way it shines can drive a man half wild. But I won't dance around this no more. Oh, I'm the only way you should smile for. Yeah, yeah. You've never been alone. I try to get your affection. And all I ever do is wrong. So we're here, we're celebrating 10 years of our very first record coming out. And I remember the first time we ever played Austin, it was at South by Southwest. We played 17 shows at South by Southwest. One of them was at 5 in the morning. And
Why do people come to that?
I don't know, but
This guy was here.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yo, man, it was insane.
It was awesome. We loved it.
It was, yes. But you guys are just, y'all are some spicy meatballs, man. I love Austin. But yes, our new record is Love Songs for Losers, and it's a In Case You Feel the Same kind of title, because that's how we feel. And this song is from that record. It's called Honey. Honey, I never call you honey unless somebody's watching. I know it drives you crazy. Baby, I reach out for your hand, I know you probably try to let it go. Get by all on your own, baby. Walking out in the middle of the street now, in the middle of the night, where we used to go when we didn't know better. Honey, I never call you honey unless I'm feeling lonely or I'm just being lazy. Baby, you like to let the nighttime come. You're not afraid to be alone. You know that drives me crazy. Baby, walking out in the middle of the street now, in the middle of the night, where we used to go when we didn't know better. Walking out in the middle of the street now, in the middle of the night, where we used to go when we didn't know better. I got the headlights off and the radio on. Every window is down. Here comes that song we used to sing so loud at the top of our lungs. Put the pedal to the floor, let the darkness come. I got the headlights off and the radio on. Every window is down. Here comes that song we used to sing so loud at the top of our lungs. Put the pedal to the floor, let the darkness come. I got the headlights off. in the middle of the night, where we used to go when we didn't know better. Walking out in the middle of the street now, in the middle of the night, where we used to go when we didn't know better.
Lone Bellow live on Austin City Limits Radio. So tonight they'll celebrate 10 years at the Paramount, as they mentioned, and this 10th anniversary tour has you playing some songs you maybe weren't in set lists for a bunch of these 10 years.
Yes.
Sort of going back, digging through, figuring out what worked and what didn't across these 10 years, I imagine. I mean, is there a through line between the songs that work? Can you tell what that is now that you've really dug in and looked at these 10 years?
Oh man, I bet all three of us will have different opinions on it.
Has anything worked?
Nothing has worked. We are like if a baseball team only hit base hits for 10 years. No, I think that if you can try to write a song that is honest, but also has some brevity in it at the same time, and sometimes you lean on the music to help you with that. Sometimes you lean on a joke. I don't know, but I think that goes a long way. Y'all have so many writers from Texas that nailed that. I mean, from Guy Clark to Terry Allen, Blaze Foley, like just that human thing. And that's really hard to write, in my opinion. But when you get it, it clicks and you can feel it at a live show.
When we met 10 years ago at 5 a.m., how different was this band then? I mean, there was the anything could happen energy that comes with that first round of touring and of a record that's awaiting release, as it was at the time, etc. Obviously you've all grown as people, had things happen to you across those 10 years apart from each other and as a band, but you got to have different expectations at this point, right?
Yeah.
Than you did 10 years ago. Talk to me a little about that.
Yeah, I think something that's changed, especially over the past 3 years, is we started producing our own music. Brian has been the producer for the last record and the record that we're working on right now. Kaneen started working with the vocals, producing the vocals, and we just kind of stopped leaning on others to help, whether it be producers or some label with a bunch of promises, or I don't know. We've just kind of taken it into our own hands a little bit more, and it's been scary, but also just a lot of fun.
Did it in some ways take you 7 years to figure out who you are enough to not have somebody else in the room telling you who you are?
Yeah, definitely. We put the first record out, and we made that record in 3.5 days at Rockwood Music Hall in New York, and it was just it was a time capsule of a moment in our lives, right? And then the second record, it's like pressure on that second record, right? And we tried to press against that, and we did our best. But now we're about to make our sixth record, and it's like our favorite one that we've ever made. And I don't know. I think if success was measured by trying to take care of each other and care for each other in a band, I think that we'd be at the tip top of the list. We'd be winning that award because we fight fair and we try our best. And I'm very grateful to be a part of that.
Well, I mean, and there's also got to be sort of that reconfiguration of what success is, in that this is a band that plays the Paramount Theater across the country, those kind of venues, which are, A, the kind of venues a lot of bands want to be playing, B, to do it with a bunch of singles instead of home runs, that says something.
Well, and to do it we're playing the whole show on this mic, this one mic, so it's frightening.
Have you always done this bluegrass style thing where you're all around the same mic? When did that evolve?
Like, go ahead.
We did a whole tour. I think we wanted to kind of rein everything in. This was back in maybe 2017, 2018.
Okay.
Where we were touring so much, and it's like, what if we could kind of take the songs back to the studs and have more opportunities for this, really, where you're just like, questions and concerns from the crowd, honestly. And it feels much more like a whole organism rather than us just singing at, a blank wall of faces for a while. So I think it does good things for the music and for our souls as performers, for sure.
You're not actually addressing questions and concerns from the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
are you?
Yeah, if anybody,
you are.
we have a bulletin, just tear off the perforated section of the bulletin, leave it back.
Well, there's this thing. Do you know about the thing Corey Wong does?
No.
Where they after the band plays, they get into like warm-up suits, and then go out, put a table out on the stage, and they answer questions like it's a post-game press conference. and somebody in the crowd will be like, "I noticed on the sixth song you used the third fret instead of what you normally do," and then and he'll. Yeah, so they do
We
that.
got a lot of nerds.
I would love to do that. Dude, I would love to do that.
I thought maybe that was catching on, and I was impressed.
Just to be one of those like coaches that just says the same answer every time.
That's what he does. Yeah, exactly.
We just leaned on each other.
We played hard.
Played hard.
She rode real good.
The last record, not the one you're working on now, you made that at Roy Orbison's house. And my question there is, how much evidence is left around that house that it's Roy Orbison's house? I mean,
the evidence is there weren't any like bedrooms. It was just like party rooms everywhere. So it used to be like a pool house. It was crazy. It was like one of those things where you throw in the air and like you're not expecting it, and then the guy says you can have it for 8 weeks. And so we just created for 8 weeks in Roy Orbison's house. I had to sleep there. So that was scary by myself because my family, that was back when like we were all scared of COVID. So like my family was like had COVID, so I had to be there so I could like work. I couldn't be around my family, so I was like at Roy Orbison's house, this huge 6,000 square foot weirdo's house, and sleeping this So
Well, it's right next to Johnny Cash's burned down house, and the same builder, Braxton Dixon, built both houses, and so many of his houses burned down. And we went and met Braxton's widow, and she was like Grey Gardens, but like in the South. She was just like out of her mind. She had little Kroger bags that she put on my feet, not on my shoes, on my bare feet, to walk around her house. And this is great. There's some really fun people out there, you guys.
well, clearly the science is that any kind of sweat on your feet could start an electrical fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess you probably were more afraid of an electrical fire than the ghost of Roy Orbison?
Oh yeah, we didn't know what was gonna happen, but we got there, and then we've had the privilege of like making records. We've never been in a real studio. It kind of makes me nervous, honestly. We've always like, except the third record, we did that when like in the big Studio A at big Nashville sound. But like every other one was like we outfitted a place, so we like outfitted this place, so it's in the music. You can hear it in the reverb for the drums and stuff like that. The whole vibe, and even some of the songs started like feeling like Orbison and stuff like that, which is something we were like wanting,
Brian didn't even wear glasses before that record.
It's very popular now among we'll call it the self-help crowd or whatever.
Love that crowd.
To look, to make goals for not only every year, but to have 10-year goals and 15-year goals and whatnot, which I've never been able to wrap my head around tomorrow, let alone, 3 days from now. Does this 10-year thing have you thinking about 20 years and whether this band can make it that far?
No. We are here with you now.
We're like the one day at a time crowd.
Yeah,
Army crawling through life.
we're happy to be here right now.
All right. They are here right now with us, and tonight they will be at the Paramount Theater. They are the Lone Bellow, and once again, live on Austin City Limits Radio from our Dell Music Lounge, the Lone Bellow.
How could you run me blind when I thought I was a navigator? I thought I could read the signs. You were sending up flares, red and gold everywhere. I remember mine, thinking I had a chance, reaching out for a dance in the fiery air. Now I can't afford the cost of this living. Your love was a luxury it took from me. This poverty has made me so broken, and I can't afford the cost of living if you don't pay me no attention. I don't know what grows from these tears that hit the ground. No shoulder to cry, no comfort in the sound. Now I can't afford the cost of this living. Your love was a luxury it took from me. This poverty has made me so broken, and the debt of this loss too heavy to mention. Now I can't afford the cost of living if you don't pay me no attention. And now I can't afford the cost of this living. Your love was a luxury it took from me. This poverty has made me so broken, and the debt of this loss too heavy to mention. Now I can't afford the cost of living if you don't pay me no attention.
Yeah. Well, we're going to play somebody else's song to end our time together. Thank you so much for coming out. Good luck tomorrow.
We're driving to Dallas.
Yeah, we have to go to Dallas.
On so many levels, right?
You guys know of any good Hobby Lobbies we could go to while we're there?
Not on Sunday.
That's funny. That's funny. No Chick-fil-A, no Hobby Lobby.
Hey, if you know it, sing along. Baby, when I met you, it was peace unknown. I set out to get you with the fine-tooth comb. I was soft inside. There was something going on. But you do something to me that I can't explain. Pull me close and then I feel no pain. Every beat of my heart, we got something going on. Tender love is blind, it requires a dedication. All this love we feel need no conversation. We ride it together, making love with each other, come on. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between, how can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. We can rely on each other, from one lover to another,
I can't live without you if the love was gone. Everything is nothing if you got no one that you did walk in the night, slowly losing sight of the real thing. But that won't happen to us, and we got no doubt. Too deep in love, and we got no way out, and the message is clear. This could be the year for the real thing. No more will you cry, baby, I will hurt you never. Started in as a one in love forever, and we ride it together, making love with each other, islands in the stream, that is what we are, no one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. We can rely on each other, from one lover to another, islands in the stream, that is what we are, no one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. We can rely on each other, islands in the stream, that is what we are, no one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. We can rely on each other, from one lover to another,
The Lone Bellow live on Austin City Limits Radio from our Dell Music Lounge. Thank you all.
Thank you.
If you want to do this again tomorrow morning around 5 a.m. on your before you go to Dallas, we can make that happen.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Just leave some stuff set up here. And so we've got more Dell Music Lounges. This is our first one of 2024. And so we took a whole 2 weeks off from them. So we've got more that you can learn about at acl-radio.com as soon as we announce them. Our Dell Music Lounges are presented by Dell Technologies, 21 and up. Our audience enjoyed Odell Brewing Company and food from the Taste of Domain Northside's Sweet Green. And again, I'm going to point out that Sweet Green is opening in the Domain Northside on Tuesday. Weather permitting, I guess. I don't know. I feel like this really is day-to-day stuff at this point. And we've got information on our website about the shelters, if you need them this weekend, as well as there's preparation tips and whatnot for the next couple of days ahead. So again, thanks to you guys. Thanks to Lone Bellow. You'll find them again tonight at the Paramount Theater. And that's it from us here in our Dell Music Lounge with Austin City Limits Radio.